impossible. Alexander, it's impossible. What the fuck? Oh, wait, my life. I did not mean to say that. Never mind. But tonight will be the night Alexander breaks his bottom. Mum will so. Alexander breaks his bottom. Why would you want to break your bottom? That would be painful. Then you wouldn't be able. I don't think you'd be able to sit down if you break your bottom. Oh, it's too funny. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. Why is it coming out of below the lid? That's not where the water's supposed to come from. The fuck? Pussy magnets and all that so. Yeah. Zimaganu comes at a party and he has his notifications silent, so he's probably not home yet. Well, because he's been at a party, and that's the thing, that's why I never really chat with him on the weekend, because he's gone most of the day, most of the afternoon. That's the thing, he's usually gone most of the afternoon, so... He's usually gone most of the afternoon. So I went to War Memorial. The first time I went to War Memorial Cafe, that's when he got the iMessage thing set up, because, you know, his phone was automatically blocking my number. That's the thing, it was automatically blocking my number. Oh. That's the thing, but I was able to pass that by using changing the call ID, you know, and sending the messages from my email address. He was able to reply to that because he couldn't put in my number because it was automatically being blocked. Oh, yeah, it was being automatically blocked. We can't send a message to a number that you've blocked, obviously. Oh. Because my number was being automatically blocked. But it was saying that the messages were getting delivered. Oh. Yeah, I'm blocked here because my number was being automatically blocked. That's why it was receiving the messages, even though it said that they were being delivered. But his phone had my number was blocked on his. It was being automatically blocked on his phone. But it was still saying that the messages were being delivered. Oh. And I'm traveling because can't really travel him in the day and on the weekend because he's usually gone most of the afternoon. And because I'm nocturnal, I usually miss the morning and I sleep until at least lunchtime or something because I'm nocturnal. The thing is, I can't text him because on weekdays he's at school all day till 2:55 in the afternoon. Although then he doesn't get back till around the evening because he's usually running with a friend after school. And he usually does something after school as well. Yeah. So yeah, and on the weekends he's gone all afternoon because he's either at a party or riding with a friend. So I can't really reach him most of the time because he's gone. He's usually out most of the time, hanging with friends. Oh. And the only time we really get to chat is it was around the evening, around 5 o'clock usually, because he's gone most of the day. So we only usually get to chat around 5 o'clock. That's if he isn't going. If there isn't something planned, if he isn't going to something, because usually sometimes in the evening goes to a football game or yeah. So he doesn't take his phone with him, which is why it always says he's at home because he never takes his phone with him, obviously. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a photo. Even my Facebook that I posted it on is actually private. It's locked, meaning only friends can see what I post there. No one else can. And if you view it publicly, all you can see is the name and there's not even any, not a single, can't see you can't see any details unless you're friends with me, because the profile is locked. Really, yeah, you can't see any details of it. Nothing. Really, yeah, so my Facebook, the username is pranksterdude17. The username of my Facebook is pranksterdude17, obviously, which is the username of the Instagram that got disabled. My main profile is over 500 posts. Whoa. Doodly down, and then it says Pokebana, me Pokebana. Mom will get so I send a Pokebana. Never mind. The pages, the profiles are the best about because you can't befriend anyone using a Facebook page. That only works if it's a profile. Oh, yeah, you can't add someone as a friend by using a Facebook page. It has to be the Facebook profile. Oh, that makes sense. Another Paddington Brown thing. That's obviously your page. I have logged into Paddington Brown. Because the searches don't save either. I don't know why. Yeah, search my name. Well, your one is verified. Yeah, that one is my public page. My public Facebook profile. I mean, yeah, that one's verified. Because that's my public one, obviously. Because it says digital creator. Because that's my public profile. Oh, because I am technically an influencer. Oh, right. Yeah, so that's my public profile. You're looking at that one's my public profile. Anyone can see that because that's my public profile. I don't have anything personal on there. Oh, really? Yeah, I don't have anything personal on there. You look at the link placement. Well, that's not the one. That's temporary Instagram. I don't know why I did that. That's a temporary. Couldn't do basic info. Oh, there's no birthday. Well, no, because this is my public profile, so you can't see the birth date there. Because that's my public profile. Anyone can see that, obviously. And of course, now I've got, on that public profile, I've got people going to the wrong Instagram with Pranksterman2000. That's my temporary Instagram. That's not even the right Instagram. That's not my public Instagram. My public Instagram has the same username as my public Facebook. Yeah, I got that username back. I managed to get it back. It eventually became available. It just took a lot of time. It only took a lot of time. I don't know why I had changed it in the first place. But yeah, it's taking me to the wrong link. It's a confirmed link as well. But because that's only because the temporary Instagram is linked with the same Facebook profile under the account center. I'm going to remove that and save. Yeah, the birthday is set to private, obviously. The hometown, I didn't private the hometown there. So yeah, I can show. That, like that. That. Padlock that. Lock. There we go. Yeah. Lock that. Actually, we'll lock that too. As you can see, my country of residence is Australia, so that doesn't matter. Because, also, I could have told them, too. Yeah, updates and things. Yeah, I just had to feed the dog. I thought also, yeah, updated some things, because it's actually, this isn't the Instagram link. It's not, it's not applicable to, oh, that's unfortunate. No, I don't know why, because the other one was the confirmed link, which I don't know why I updated that. So if I go on Monday's public Instagram, it's also verified, yeah, because that's the public Instagrams, yeah, it's also verified. I see. Usually capital, wait, no workplaces to show, nothing to show, no schools. Well, if you want to know about more about me, you have to be friends with me on my personal profile in order to find that out. You have to be friends with me on my personal profile. But there's multiple profiles with your name. Oh, yeah. From Goldfield City. Yeah, that's a different profile. That's the one I got locked out of. Because you got two-step verification on it. You better go fund me. What the heck is this? It doesn't exist anymore. Not found. And yet. Okay, anyway, 16 because someone had hacked the other account, which I've already got access to that one again, because I don't use this one anymore. Because that was back in 2022, because someone had hacked the account. Someone had hacked my other account. So that's why I've got a two-step verification on my other account. I've got most of my accounts, I've got two-step verification turned on. Because I kept getting hacked, which is why because I haven't been hacked since, because most of my accounts have two-step verification on them. You've got two-step verification. Oh, yeah, because I kept getting hacked all the time. The username for this one is Sandy Betzels. Yeah, I don't know, I don't remember that. It's one of those. Yeah, but there's more. How do you know which one is which? Well, because there's multiple. Yeah, some of them are old. Yeah, like that one has one friend. Yeah, no, that's an old profile I don't even use. That's an old profile. Okay, I wouldn't say that looks like it was created ages ago, and that was me when I was little, and that was back in 2015. Oh my goodness, I've had my main profile since 2012, so I've had my 1 year. And that was me when I wore glasses. I had glasses similar to Dad's glasses. They're very similar. Because I used to wear glasses when I was a kid, because I used to have this condition called crossover. My eyes didn't focus with each other. So I wore glasses, and then in Zurich I wore some glasses, but in Vienna I wore glasses just like Dad's. They were similar to Dad's. No, I don't have glasses anymore because I don't need glasses. Bas! Nin! Yeah, I would say yes, but that would be a complete lie if I did because I overslept. But I didn't just oversleep, I completely forgot about it. You could have said no, yeah, but if I said no, that would be a complete lie, and I can't be lying to him. I mean, you know, I can't be lying to my own father. I mean, come on. It was also locked, yeah, the small pub was also locked, yeah. But yeah, because the thing is, that's why I can't say that, you know, I can't, yeah, if I said no, that would be a complete lie. If I said no, that would be a complete lie if I said no. That's the thing, that's why I said no. If I said yes, that would be a complete lie, it wouldn't be true. Because I didn't make it by the time, because I also completely, well, I didn't just oversleep, I completely forgot about it. Oh, why did I put this in here? It should be under the details about you section. Yeah, it's already there. I don't know why I put that there. That's idiot. That was idiot. That was idiotic. No, but that's a code I know. No, but yeah, that's the thing. If I said yes, that would be a complete lie. I'd be lying if I said yes. I don't. I'd be lying if I said yes. My profile was 157 fences. I've had it since 2012. There's a few with my name, and yeah, no, because I've had a few profiles. Some of them I don't. This is in 2016, so I don't even remember creating this one. And neither do the other one, like the one in 2015. I don't even remember creating those. So credits. That was credit the same year my cousin was born. That's a few months after. Yeah, I don't even remember creating these. I took a photo of the garbage bin. I set that as a cover photo. Like I don't even remember doing that. There's another one there. Topic at the end. Why is that RV just like what is that doing? You know, like I don't remember creating any of those. No one that's also locked. Yeah, because some of them that are locked. I actually regained access to. That's why they're locked. Oh, yeah, because I regained access to those. They're also old profiles. They're locked as well. Yeah, not because those old profiles. I don't use those anymore. They're also locked. They're private. Well, how do you know which is the main one? Well, what profile photo do I use for my personal social media? What, isn't it the one with is it the one with you and the Hollywood candy? Yeah, that's the one. That's the profile photo I use for the personal social media. Oh yeah, there is one with that photo. Yeah, that's the one. That's one I had since 2012. It's also locked. Yeah, see? And there's nothing there. You can't see anything because it's locked. Only my friends can see what I post. You can't even click the photos. That's how private it is. You can't see anything here. See? No, not a single detail. Nothing. Except for the nicknames and stuff, but that's about it. You can't see anything else. The profile is locked. There's no photos, there's nothing, because the profile is locked. You have to be friends with me if you want to see my profile. You have to be friends with me. It's all locked, but no, not everyone can be friends with me. Only friends of friends can send me friend requests. Oh, that's how private my profile is. Yeah, the profile is locked. My profile is locked. Yeah, man, that one's my personal profile. That's why it's locked. Only my friends can see what I posted, because that's my personal profile. That's got all my personal photos on it. And how do I see it? But you are friends with me on your profile, not on your... You can't be friends with anyone on a page, but your profile is definitely friends with me. Oh, yeah. Yeah, but the public one is verified. That's why I have a verified profile, because that's my public profile. Oh. Yeah, that one, yeah, that's why that one, yeah. It even says digital creator, because it's a public profile. It's also a professional profile. Look at my profile look too. No, oh yeah, I am friends with you. I posted 21 hours ago. Yeah, the thing is, oh right. Huh? I'm calling this up, but it's still early. It's only 5:07. Why was my watch ringing? What was that? Why is my phone ringing? Oh right, I do appear on Beverly, but not on my number because that's configured with Combank. Shit. Not sure why my watch was ringing. Yeah, well, damn, everybody will be off FaceTiming that's bounce there, but not until around 5:40. It's only 5:07. 5:08, so it's still early. Hasn't the cousin still has notifications silenced. The cousin also still has notifications silenced. Huh? Oh, that was tomorrow's my message delivered quietly. Oh no. And I just notified, well, I don't think he's home yet. Yeah, I've got my thing on Do Not Disturb, so... Yeah, my personal Facebook is locked, obviously, because only my friends can see what I posted, because that's got that one's got over 500 posts, because I've had that main profile since 2012, so that would be the very first profile, because I've had it since 2012. Oh, I've had it for many years. I almost lost it, because the Instagram link to it got disabled. It's still disabled. Thankfully, I got the Facebook profile back, because it got suspended when the Instagram profile was disabled. And my Facebook profile, I got suspended too. I nearly would have lost that. I'm just lucky I didn't lose that profile, because that would have been bad. Yeah, because the Instagram account is still disabled. Yeah, because the thing is, I covered the money on the Combank, because first of all, I don't have that main spending account anymore. And second of all, I can't even log into it now, because they locked the account because they're idiots. So I can't even log in there now. No. I can't even log in there now. Which is why I can't use I can't use Instagram. But yeah, luckily I got the Facebook profile back though, because that had more posts than my Instagram, and because it got suspended when my Instagram account got disabled, my Facebook profile got suspended along with it as well. And I'm just lucky I didn't lose it. Luckily I got the Facebook profile back. But the Instagram profile, Instagram not so much. It's still disabled to this day. I still haven't been able to fix that. It's still disabled because it got wrongfully disabled, and because they think that I violated the community standards for the sexualization of children, and the community guideline, even though I did no such thing. It was clearly wrongfully disabled. Which is very annoying. My Instagram was clearly wrongfully disabled. Which is really annoying. And still to this day, it's still disabled. I mean, it's just freaking annoying because, I mean, I didn't even do anything wrong. They wrongfully disabled it. That wasn't nothing. Yes, it still says disabled. Today's the first Sunday in August. Oh, bugger. Table him in the bell ring as well because it's the first Sunday in August. Shit. I completely forgot it. It's in Instagram, yeah, they said it still doesn't follow me sounds on a sexualization Twitter, but that's baloney because I did no such thing. That was wrongfully said because their AI is horseshit. Because it wasn't even a human that did that. It was AI. They used AI technology. It wasn't even checked by a human. So the AI falsely disabled my Instagram, and now I can't. And it's still disabled to this day. I tried emailing and everything, but no luck. Because I mean, I don't have a support email. There's no way to contact them. That's the thing. There isn't a way to contact them. You can hear the churches just down there and read. Oh. And my window and fresh air in here from here as well. What was that? There was someone dropped something. I don't have my phone because it's on the charger. But that's when it's cold in here now. Look. Ew. And so the people are saying that a lot of other sympathisers here because apparently because I have not sacked the dishwasher. I mean, what if I wasn't in the mood? I mean, for God's sake. Oh, she's annoying. I didn't know my mother. I mean, my mother can be annoying sometimes. Really gonna say that? Well, what it is true. Oh, because I did not stack the freaking dish. I mean, come on. And people relax on Sundays usually. Sunday's usually a relaxing day. The day for cleaning and stuff would have been Saturday, not Sunday. With $60 in Revolut. Chippy friends! Bubble Tango Charlie. Oh! Oh, Tango Teddies. Probably telling me. Unbelievable. So kills is unbelievable. No, don't say that. How would that even help? Oh. It's not funny. Oh. When you're not helping, Teddy, seriously, what you're doing is not helping. Never mind. But yeah, what you're doing, Teddy, is not helping. Yeah, what you're doing, Teddy, is not helping. Honestly, what you're doing is not helping. And seriously, what you're doing is not helping. Whatsoever. Yeah, I mean, honestly, Teddy, what you're doing is, you're not helping. You're not very helpful there. It's already 80% charged. Yeah, those phone repairs are expensive, because I have a valuable phone, and there's a screen, because you can't just repair the front, get the front glass replaced, because you can't, the front glass and the OLED panel and the touch digitizer are fused into one component, so you can't just separate the glass from the screen, because if you tried to do that, you have a high risk of permanently ruining a working OLED panel. So you can't just separate those, and of course, yeah, the full screen replacement is quite expensive. Even for the phone I have, which is it's a Pro, it's not just a normal iPhone, it's a Pro Max, and still has over $1,000. And then the screen replacement is the screen replacement, not front glass, because you can't just replace the glass since it's fused together. It's only, it's like $240. Yeah, because the screen is also, on the newer phones, the screen is also held in place by an adhesive, which is extremely strong and it can reseal. Oh yeah, on the top left and right, I think. It's held in by a strong adhesive. So, and you can actually reseal if you do it wrong. And the adhesive can also reseal. Yeah, because it costs more if you're using the Apple genuine parts. That's why it costs more. Yeah, because for to repair it yourself, it's a bit too complicated because there's a lot of parts. Because there's an adhesive, you have to. There's a pentalobe, what they call it, I think pentalobe screws. I think they were called. They're two little screws at the bottom that, if you're not careful, you can easily lose those because they're quite small. They're tiny. So if you're not careful, you can easily lose those. They go in the bottom of the phone next to the charger port on each side. Yeah, you have to unscrew that. Then you also, in order when there's this little, what is it called, the triangular thing that it comes with the kit. You have to be careful because there's a bezel as well with the screen. So if you put it in that stick part and that pointy part in the wrong place, you can end up prying those apart, and it will further complicate the replacement. That's the thing. But you also have to when you're using it, it's the point thing. You also have to stun. You also have to stun. You also have to remove. You have to heat the phone, but not too much because the battery is susceptible to heat damage. But you have to heat the phone because it has an adhesive on it, and you have to loosen that adhesive. But if you're not careful, it can reseal, because otherwise you can't get it off because the screen is held together with an adhesive. But then the display connector, you have to take the battery out first, and the logic board, the top part and the logic board, and then you have to take the battery out in order to reach the display connector because it's underneath the battery. Oh. Yeah, which is why it's so complicated. And you have to take the light sensor off on the inside as well. You have to peel that off as well, apparently. You have to take that light sensor off because that's what I think what adjusts what makes the screen adjust automatically. That's probably what the light sensor does. Because you have to take that off and you have to peel that off at the end as well. That's why it's so complicated, because to get to the display connector you have to take the battery out first because it's underneath the battery. The display connector is underneath the battery. And then on the back side, on the phone, the display connector is underneath the battery. The display connector is underneath the battery. That's the thing, the display connector is underneath the battery. That's why it's so complicated to do it yourself. It's a little too complicated. That's the thing. Even for Dad, it would be too complicated. I mean, sure, Dad knows how to fix things, but that would be way too complicated for him. He's never done something like that before. And he has replaced phone screens before, but not on modern phones like that. It would be way too complicated. Even for Dad, it would be way too complicated. Because there's so many steps, and it has an adhesive as well that you have to remove, because the screen is held together by an adhesive. Oh, yeah, it's held together by an adhesive. That's the thing, it's held together by an adhesive. So you have to heat the phone, but you don't want to heat it too much because the battery is susceptible to heat damage. And to get the display connector, you have to remove the battery first because it's underneath the battery, so you have to remove that first to get to the display connector to disconnect it. Why can't you just pull it out? Well, if you pull it off, you rip the connector off. And then that's not what you want to do. That's not how you disconnect it, because doing that would just rip the connector off. That's why you don't want to pull it off, because it would just rip the connector off if you do that. That's not the right way to do that. I mean, that's the thing, you see the battery, you don't want to heat it too much because the battery is susceptible to heat damage, but you have to heat it because the screen is held in by an adhesive, otherwise you can't get it off. Because that adhesive is extremely strong. That's the thing. And you can reseal, which is why you have to heat it, because otherwise you can't get the screen off if you don't heat it, because it's held in by an incredibly strong adhesive. If you don't heat that, you can't get the screen off because the adhesive is so strong. You wouldn't be able to get it off otherwise. Oh. Yeah, they're way more complicated to replace because of the way they're made. That the screen is held in by an adhesive. The display, the OLED panel, the glass, and the touch digitizer are fused into one component, which is why you can't just replace the glass. Even if you try to separate the glass from the screen, you have a high risk of permanently ruining a working OLED panel. If you try to separate the glass, you have to have a certain type of machinery to do that. But even if you try to separate it, you have a high risk of permanently ruining a working OLED panel. Yeah, that's why it's way too complicated to try and separate it. It'd be way too complicated. It wouldn't be a good idea. Because you can risk permanently ruining a working OLED panel. Yeah, it's quite expensive, that's the thing. Because yeah, it's more expensive if you're using genuine Apple parts. No, that's more expensive. But that's using as a device off Apple, because I don't know if it's a good idea to use other parts because they're not genuine, and I think the phones are, the mobile phones nowadays are smart and they can recognise if the parts are genuine or not. Yeah, because that's why the other genuine parts, that's why that's cheaper, because the parts are not genuine, obviously. Which, I mean, who knows where they're from? I mean, because one of those parts are, they could easily fail because, they're not genuine parts. And then nowadays when a phone's on a part of, even a part of it, its parts get locked as well to the owner. So if you were to put that on another phone, it would say that it's locked to the owner. The part is yeah. Because now there's modern phones, it's way more expensive to replace the screen on those because the because it's way more expensive. Because it's way more expensive. Nowadays, it's way more complicated to replace the screen because of how it's connected. Because to get to the display connector, you have to remove the battery first. But to get the screen off, the thing, it's more harder to get the screen off because not only do you have to remove the screws, but you have to heat it because you can't usually just pry it up, just lift it up carefully. But nowadays you can't just lift it up because it's held in by adhesive. These modern phones, the screens have an adhesive that they're held together by an extremely strong adhesive. That's the thing, they're held together by an extremely strong adhesive, which can reseal. And also, because there's also a bezel, something like that. So if you put that stick thing in the wrong place, it can complicate the replacement as well because you end up prying those apart, which is what you don't want to do. That's the thing. And then you don't want to heat the phone too much because the battery is susceptible to heat damage. And you have to heat it because otherwise you can't get the screen off because it's held together by it's held in place by an extremely strong adhesive. Yeah, that's the thing. So you can't just get it off because it's held in place by an extremely strong adhesive. In fact, even genuine Apple phones, it's quite expensive to replace it. I mean, it's quite expensive. That's the thing, it's not cheap to replace. That's the thing, to repair, it's quite expensive, it's not cheap to replace. Unfortunately, it's not cheap to replace. Yeah, because it's not cheap to replace, that's the thing, it's not cheap to replace. It's highly susceptible to heat damage. Oh yeah, and it's only,